Flipknot, J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Picking up where we left off in the page screwies for the past couple days. And only got one new one today. That's half the quota, goddammit. Get your fucking shit together, devils. Get them sent in. Email in the description box, goddammit. Don't be a shy boy or a shy girl. I want one from a lady, too, goddammit. I don't think I've gotten a single paid screwy from a lady. Or have I? I thought maybe one lady did. No, I don't think so. I think none. Shy girls out there. Get them in, goddammit. Mika Natstrad. Unless this is a girl. Sounds like a foreigner, so I'm pretty sure it's a dude because it's a fucking sausage fest over here. And it's not a goddamn dude. Check this homeboy out. So this definitely ain't a goddamn lady. This is definitely a dude. But am I pronounce your name right? Mika Micah. I don't think I've ever seen that one before, Barbara. The Natterstad is the last name. It says, question for the dog. If I buy the dog beers at Milwaukee Metal Fest, does he like craft beer or canoe beers like Bud Light and Miller Lite? To be honest with you, I don't really like any of it. Craft, for the most part, IPAs and thing, I think taste like absolute dog shit. And the commercial beers, Miller and Bud Light shit, I think is just, it's fine. It's drinkable, but I'm not one of those guys that are the snobby type that I'm not drinking that. That's exactly what it is. But I don't prefer that either. If I had to take a choice, because in general, beers, what do I like? I don't really like any, to be honest. I think beer, for the most part, tastes like shit. I do drink it. Shit, what the fuck do I prefer? Modelo's acceptable. Corona, I could choke down. Stella. Was not Stella. What's the green bottle fucking Mexican beer? Uh, the other one, the Mexican beer. God damn, it's on tip of my goddamn tongue. Not the other one out of Corona. Whatever the fuck that is, that's acceptable. Heineken's fine. Those, but I will pretty much drink almost anything, just because. Again, the only reason I'll even drink it, dude, is because it's in a sociable environment. It does make socializing better. I admit for that, but I never drink for taste. Like, for example, if Elfcat and I go out for dinner and shit, and say we're having drinks and food, I always get a side water with the lemon in it for my food. Like, I can't like eat food and drink beer. It's like, dude, this doesn't even like. It's just like disgusting. Uh, the alcohol's for the socializing, and then the food, I want water with that. So that's how I'm with that. But especially if you're buying, bro, I'm not a snob. Whatever the fuck they got. How's that sound? So yeah, come on. And I am definitely gonna be at Milwaukee. Like I said, goddamn Airbnb's already booked and paid for in full. So I'll be there, goddammit. Next paid question. He's back. Tommy Beckers. He's definitely the most goddamn paid skis in by anyone. He has to be the fucking top. Hey, brah, have you heard of the band Exorcist? Who the fucking hell do you think you're talking to, brah? I heard of Exorcist. Nightmare Theater? Fuck yeah. Black Mass, goddamn song's a banger. Huge fucking fan of it. And again, what's the story? It's those dudes and they're obviously doing a couple other bands, but from what I heard, because you could tell it's the very similar guitar sound. Was it Virgin Steel's the other one? Is I don't know any of the guys' names. That it was one of the guy's sister, and they did the band project, whatever you want to call it, Original Sin. They did that one album. That is, I gotta say, that is probably my favorite female fronted metal album of all time. I've said that before on camera. Recommended to Deb from Lady Beast. She never heard of it, which I thought was a little strange. I thought she'd be brushing her teeth with that goddamn record. I love that goddamn record. From what I heard, that's what it is. It's one of the dude's sisters, and they wanted just a female fronted vocalist. She doesn't even listen to metal. They had her do it. That's the story I heard. I have no idea if that's fact, but that's why you can tell like the guitar solos and shit very similar to Exorcist. But out of all those projects that they did, those guys, Exorcist is probably my favorite, followed by the Original Sin album. But yeah, to me, Exorcist, that Nightmare Theater, that's mandatory metal. I automatically assume you listen to that if you claim you listen to metal. I automatically assume that. Whether you listen to the extreme metal, the fucking classics only, I automatically assume that. When they don't, there's no one band. I don't like to be that guy, even though as much as I fucking amp it up, you're not a poser. It's just you're definitely a casual listener. Like when they're like, "Who never heard of them?" It's like, how do you not know what that is? It's been reissued several fucking times in the past few years. The nicest pressings have been on Higher Roller Records. He's done CDs, LPs, and it's not that obscure. It's just another reason why I think you're just a casual listener is you're probably not associating with other true goddamn metalists because that's how I found out about it. I mean, don't be wrong. I didn't find out about that at 15 years old on my own, like just flipping through records. It was Down of the Dead talking about it, and I think Kanye as well, but definitely Down of the Dead. Big D mentioned it. So what I'm getting at is if you're talking to other true metalists and the older guys, if you're not just a casual listener, just playing shit on YouTube every once in a while, metal, and then you're listening to just dumb shit on the side, it would come up in conversation. That's why some of the shit I don't give guys passes is like, dude, if you've got 10 years or more under your goddamn bullet belt and you're not, and you are a fanatical, some shit, it had to have come up in conversation. Again, if you heard it and you didn't like it because you thought it was goofy or something, fine, but just never heard of it, I just kind of doesn't make sense to me. It was a side project of the dudes in Virgin Steel. Yeah, Virgin Steel and, well, yeah, the Virgin Steel Exorcist. Yeah, that was their side project. And Original Sin was, I got them all mixed up. I just knew it was all the same fucking, well, one of the same dudes. And there was multiple bands. And then the Original Sin project band, whatever, was the guy's sister. Glenn Benton has said they were a big influence on the almighty fucking Deicide. Yeah, he said that in Craig's interview that he did. The interview that I was supposed to do, that's on his channel. I was just out of town. I was in Vegas when Glenn scheduled that. But yeah, I was the one that I was actually supposed to host that. Just in case you happen to give a fuck. I was surprised when he said that, yeah. But at the same time, kind of like not too shocked. I'm like, yeah, that's his era. Um, but stuff to bring up. Because all these older guys, again, well, they always bring up, yeah, Venom, Motorhead, shit like that. And I get that because that was the forefront, and that a lot of those guys they bought that when it came out. So it's like, well, yeah, that's what there was, man, and that was the most extreme shit at the time. I 100% get that. That's why I don't bang up on them too much. But when an older guy like that says something like Exorcist, again, not that that's super hard to find. It's just more refreshing than hearing Merciful Fate, Venom, Motorhead again, Metallica, Slayer. It's like, yeah, you and literally everybody else. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, that was a damn cool fucking response. Big influence on the mighty fucking Deicide, probably the first band to use names like Apsu, Marduk, etc. in their lyrics. I'm just asking because the vinyl I ordered came today. It's a banger, brah. I'm really stoked about the new Deicide album coming out sometime this year. Who the fuck ain't? As far as I'm concerned, if you ain't a real metalist. The new song was pretty fucking rad. Pretty fucking rad. Best song of 2023. We've already been over this several times, goddammit. But anywho, I dig the YouTube episodes and keep pissing off the pinko Marxist lib turds trying to take over the. Remember when Tom E fucking sends in goddamn questions? He's 10 beers in for sure. So bear with the lingo. Trying to take over the black/death genre. Also, thanks for the laughs and Hell's Headbangers in general. Keep killing it. Your old pal Tommy Becker. Yep. See you all the time, Tommy. Definitely, he places orders pretty much every goddamn week at this point. Comments, send paid skis. My kind of devil, goddammit. It's goddamn paid ski. It's kind of a long one. Well, not too long, but it's from Logan Wolbert. He's the guy that sent in that Melson Shell's channel and that other fucking bozo Nick Nocturnal to roast. He's the one that emailed me about that. Here's his goddamn paid ski over. I previewed a little bit, something to do with Slipknot, but he says because he sent me like 5 goddamn emails, so I took a little few cliff notes. This Corey Taylor slaps phone out of fans' hands. He sent me that, yeah, and I watched that mini clip video, and then he said another email. Here's an article that give you ammo for going after their front man. Title of the article is the only thing that's necessary. He calls the fans that dislike the albums morons. And then he emailed me this then that goes hand in hand with all this, I believe. What's up, J-Dog? This is going to make for a classic. I knew that then moments. Slipknot has been losing a fuckload of fans recently. To be completely honest with you, I didn't realize Slipknot was still around. Because A, I don't follow that bullshit whatsoever. B, anytime I use them in my what I consider canoe fucking metalist shit, is people outdated reference. Okay, I just assumed they weren't around then. So guess they are. but have been losing a fuckload of fans recently because they're just now figuring out that the band only cares about money. You know, it's funny. With that being said, is again the fans of fucking the Slipknot, they're not actual fans then if they're dropping off because they just found out that the band's doing it for money. What do you think majority of these fucking bands are? You think Iron Maiden's doing it anything for, other than fucking money? Think Metallica's doing it for anything other than goddamn money? Even the big boys in the death metal scene. Do you honestly think bands like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Morbid Angel, Obituary, they may somewhat enjoy their job, but take the paycheck away. It's back to they got to get a 9 to 5. Do you think they're still going to continue the band? Whoa, J-Dog, they can't. That's unfair. They can't tour or shit like that. Forget touring. They can still do albums. Majority of the underground metal scene. That's how this starts off, and that's how most bands are. Look at goddamn Nunslaughter and all bands, pretty for the most part. They all have day jobs. They still put out albums. So, do you think Cannibal Deicide and stuff would? I don't think they would. Hence, they're doing it primarily for the money. Now, I'm not saying that they don't like any metal whatsoever, no passion. Same with the Maidens and shit like that. They might, but the primary reason they're doing it is for the money. So, if you go by that, what bands are you going to be left to like? The only stuff you're going to like is underground bands where guys do it strictly for passion. They don't care about losing money. So that's kind of a fucking dumbass answer. King Diamond, you think he's planning on a new goddamn album because he's just so inspired? No, it's for money. I mean, and that's not ripping on them. It's just what it is. I mean, it's called like, and to their defense, I can't blame them. King Diamond and the Cannibals and shit. I would be too at that point. I'm like, I already proved myself. I did everything I wanted to do. We got fucking 15 albums under our belt. What else do we need to do? We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're not going to change our fucking style. Seeing the entire world, what other incentive is there? If I was in their boat, I would 100% only be doing it for money too. I'm not going to go get a regular 9 to 5 now. So I don't blame them. I'd be doing the exact same thing. So fans dropping off because Slipknot's doing it for the money. No shit. What did you think they're doing it for? So, where the fuck do you leave off on this? The band's former drummer Joey Jordison tragically passed away in 2021. Darn. He suffered from a condition known as transverse myelitis, which is a neurological disorder caused by inflammation of the spinal cord. The band assumed he was on drugs because of this and fired him via email. This is a bitch, huh? Page 2, goddammit. Slipknot would then proceed to pretend to care about Jordison after he passed away. That's how everybody is, dude. When people pass, people talk shit about you. Dude, just taking you myself, for example. There's no doubt in my mind, I'm just using myself as an example because there's people I could kind of think of that we're not friends, or some maybe they take jabs at me here and there, like behind my back, that if I was to die, they're going to say just positive shit and just talk like just random shit. It's like, dude, we didn't even like each other. And the reason I know that, I realized I guess I never really thought about it, but I probably knew it. But it stood out when Kanye died. That's when I noticed the most, man. Tons of people telling their stories and how like speaking of them like they're best buddies. I'm like, dude, he didn't even like you. I'm not assuming he didn't. You by name, he has specifically told me he does not like you. I'm gonna leave a name out. One guy was talking about it. I said, when did you meet this? I asked him this about 15 years ago. When did you meet Joe Blow? Not going to use his real name. His exact response to me was these exact words, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. Met him in 88. Didn't like him then. Don't like him now. This is 2005 or so. I asked this, maybe. Laughed my ass off. Thought that was really funny. Joe Blow, same guy, would always talk shit about Kanye behind his back. For myself and others. He did a grapevine. Fast forward, he dies. Nothing but good stories. Buds, just talking stuff online. I'm like, we even like you. Another person I can think of too, that I know for a fact didn't like. Same shit. That's the way it fucking goes. People are, so that doesn't surprise me the least goddamn bit. And now they're being sued by his estate due to an agreement back in 2015 signed by Joey and the band that his personal items will be returned after his departure. Yep, their problem, not mine. Apparently, the band still has his belongings, and they were intentionally deceptive throughout the process. Okay. Combine all this with them charging fans for meet and greets, Corey Taylor being an egotistical douche that slapped a fan's phone out of his hand and acting like he's the king of the knowing what good music is when he listens to Megan Trainor, Air Supply, Wham, Baby Metal, Bring Me the Horizon, Falling Reverse, and Moonshine Bandits. I'll be honest with you, slapping the phone on the hand, I didn't think much of that. Granted, it comes off as jerk, but I almost could guarantee you it's something along these lines. It probably said, no phones, no photos allowed in the show. And he caught a guy front stage just fucking doing it like, I snuck this in. He slapped out his hand. Would I do that? No, I personally want to give a shit. But it's kind of like, hey, you read the sound, motherfucker. So I didn't think that much of it personally. Now, him acting like a fucking tough guy like that and slapping out a phone out of a dude's hand, yeah, you did that to a fucking pushover goddamn just pussy boy. Do that to a fucking wrong guy, he's gonna break you in half. So keeps walking around with it. It's only a matter of time before he gets all his fronts taken out. So I think this would be a recipe for a classic, brutal, and comedic dog rant about bands who care more about selling their image as a product. That's all bands, bro, even the good ones. So I don't really have anything to say about that. Than they care about their actual music. Yep, that's all of them. And some being con artists who pretend to care about their fans on top of that. Again, I think that's most of them too, especially the big boys. So I don't really think much of that. That just kind of goes hand in hand. I kind of expect that. I mean, there's bands I can mention that are more the underground that semi live out their band. That I'm not going to mention names because I know I'm going to get fucking shit for it. That I know for a fact that they're doing it strictly for money. There's one band in general I can think of. They're in the underground. Don't think they work day jobs anymore. I've mentioned them many, many times. Big fucking fan. Know them personally. And I've been told years ago by one of the members that it's strictly only doing it for money. I'm not going to say who it is either. Every single one of you knows who this band is. And I'm a big fan. Point blank told. That's the only reason he does it. So you think I'm doing it for the metal, dude? It's about the money. Exact words to me in person. It's about 15 years ago I was told that. That's it. About what I figured. So I don't I don't go by, for me, listening to bands is not a personality contest of the dudes in general. That's why I've had one of my little pet peeves too is about dudes and I know dudes locally. They shit talk bands because they know the guys personally. I'm like, the only reason you don't like the band, dude, is because you don't like the guys personally. I was like, if you went by that, I was like, half the bands I like, I probably wouldn't like if I got to know the dudes. So I don't go by that. I go by, do I like music or do I not fucking like music? You know what I'm saying? So all this shit with the Slipknot and the drama and the business, I could care less about that, man. That doesn't like I think I feel like I'm letting you down. I just don't care. It's zero surprise. B, it's exactly what I would have expected. Uh, C, that's what goes on in the fucking the real shit too. And D, I've ripped out into the sense again only music. I was like, the song is this is complete pussy shit, dressed up like clowns and shit. How the fuck are clowns scary? That doesn't represent toughness or fucking oomph. That's Hollywood scary for fucking 5-year-old girls. 5-year-old girls are who find fucking scary clowns scary. A real man, or let's just say this, you don't even have to be a fucking man. If you got a sack in between those legs and they got testes in them, age of 5, I don't care. You're not scared of clowns. I never was. Going to haunted. I remember even going to haunted houses and shit like that when our parents would take us very, 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 very young. Not 4, maybe not 5, but probably 6 and up. Yep, been to them. Certain shit you'd find scary, more the gruesome stuff. I didn't find I always thought the clown shit was stupid. And we usually go to a clown haunted house usually once a year, every October season. It seems like I go to one. I always think that's the dumbest part, the circus part. I'm like, how does anyone find this scary? If anything, it's more like amusement. So them dressing up, that image is dumb as hell. They got rap and lingo out the wazoo. The guys are complete fucking posers. That shit's not real metal. That is fake, false, poser, commercial goddamn metal that is in line with Korn and Limp Bizkit. Granted, could still be buds with somebody if that's what they like. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a shit what other people listen to and like. But it's fake fucking metal is what it is. Now it's got parts that you can argue it's in the genre of metal music, but it's fake garbage that those guys ain't listening to Seven Churches and they ain't listening to Horrified and they damn sure fucking ain't listening to Exorcist. In which case, They don't listen to goddamn fucking metal in my goddamn book because those are like, dude, you don't listen to Seven Churches, you don't listen to Repulsion Horrified, you don't listen to Exorcist, and I'll throw another one. The most probably underrated goddamn metal album out of Australia of all motherfucking time, self-titled album, Hobbs Angel of Death. The first fucking record that they've ever fucking did. Probably the most underrated thing that ever coming out of Australia. You could argue is the greatest metal out come out of Australia. I'm a little biased to Destroy 666 Unchained the Wolves, but that to me, Hobbs Angel of Death, that is a metal, that to me, that belongs in every metal collection just like Hell Awaits. If it's not in there, it's an incomplete collection. And if you have no idea what the fuck it is, to me, you're not a real goddamn metalist, or you're a newbie at best that needs to get goddamn educated. That's just my goddamn opinion. Doesn't mean I dislike it. Doesn't mean we can't be buds. Doesn't mean we can't hang out. Well, oh Jada, oh shit, I thought we were friends. And I can't tell them that we're not friends. We're still fucking friends. I don't give a shit if you don't. I'm just saying, hey, bro, you're way out of the loop. What I'm getting at is these Slipknot fucking homos. Do you think they know what Hobbs Angel of Death is? No, that's why I can. Those examples, not real metalists in my opinion. And then you put on the dude that shit is pussy as fuck. The clean vocals and just sissy ass fucking parts. I gotta say, dude, Pantera is tougher than that. Granted, from what I remember, Pantera would have some heavier, commercialized metal parts. What you could still call metal, but commercialized metal. But parts that we consider kind of aggressive. I remember, I think parts on Great Southern Trendkill, they'd have dumbass fucking hillbilly rock parts where it's like just pussy parts to say the least. Remember them having it too, but I remember even their pussy parts not being as pussy as what I heard by the Slipknot shit. These clips he sent me, like, and I heard a couple other clips because somebody sent them channel the others. I'm like, oh my god! I was like, dude, this shit is weak as fuck. The only thing I remember ever hearing is when Craig played it for me, squeaking records and the fucking rap and fucking lingo. I remember hearing that. So I'm like, oh god, it's just fucking more corn and fucking lip dick shit. But the clean, like, pussy parts, I heard more and more of that. I'm like, dude, this band is weak as shit. And again, there's nothing, if that's your thing, then keep on fucking trucking with it. But the problem was, again, me in high school, man, Slipknot is brutal. Exact words said to me. How the fuck is that brutal, brah? You want to hear brutal? Go put on some Christian apocalyptic revelations. That's fucking brutal. Severe torture, feasting on blood. That's fucking brutal. Brodequin instruments of torture. That's definitely fucking brutal. So yeah, feasting on blood, instruments of torture, apocalyptic revelations. There's three for you right there. Canoe that you definitely don't know. That's brutal. Get that lingo out of your goddamn mouth before you know those. Before listening to pussy ass, pansy ass, homeboy as fuck, yo as shit. Definitely not 666. Fake as fuck metal, goddamn slipcock. Gosh, what comes with the morning later, goddamn it.